This week on Unveiling the Truth, we take you to the small southern town of Knife, where 3 years ago, local single mother Martha May Friggins had the whole town believing that she was abducted by aliens. This exclusive lineup of interviews displays how our team, along with an esteemed forgery expert, was able to prove this elaborate story a hoax. My name is Martha May Friggins, and on the night of April 21st, 2008, I was abducted by otherworldly entities.
Why don't you tell us what happened on the evening of April 21st?
Well, I was just getting back to my trailer. I had said goodbye to some of my friends, and the Ouija board, which I always keep on my kitchen table, was going crazy.
What happened after that?
Well, I was a bit tipsy because it was a Whiskey Wednesday over at the local bar, but I heard some rumblings outside, and so I ran out, and I noticed that it was 11:30 when I did.
How do you know that you were abducted?
Well, when I got outside, there were all these bright lights everywhere, and then I threw up and I passed out. When I woke up the next morning, my daughter found me. She just stared at me for the longest while, but then her water broke, so I had to go to the hospital with her. But it was there that I found out that I not only had alcohol poisoning, but that they had implanted in me some kind of tracking device.
We hear that you have photographic proof of your abduction?
I do. I keep it on my persons at all times. It's legit.
So why didn't you tell us about the time you found your mother?
Which time? No, I'm just yanking your chain. On that particular morning, I came home, but there was no answer when I called. At about 6 a.m., I found her face down on the yard, covered in her own vomit. At that point, we had to go to the hospital because my contractions started, but she told me the story on the way there, and despite my delirious state, it made perfect sense to me.
So you believed your mother's story right away?
If you only believe the believable in this world, you ain't gonna get very far. Sometimes science doesn't have all the answers. Sometimes science fiction has the answers. And between science and science fiction, they have all the answers. You just need to decide which one to lay your belief with.
Here are some interviews with some of Martha May's closest neighbors.
Do you believe your neighbor's version of events?
Of course I do. I believe that we are not alone in this universe. I mean, how can we be if space and time are infinite? I mean, intelligent life forms like humans are more probably out there than not. It just shows us that we are insignificantly floating between two eternities, the beginning and end of which our souls reside in absolute blackness.
And you also believe that she has photographic proof of the alleged events?
Yes, I believe, and I hope to all of my pagan gods that she can finally prove the existence of extraterrestrials.
Which one am I supposed to be looking at?
Whichever one you feel comfortable with.
Well, you tell me, I don't know.
Oh, okay, this one.
Okay.
So what do you think about your neighbor Martha May's story?
Martha May. Good for nothing. What was the question?
The alleged abduction?
Abducted. In my day, when you were abducted, you were hit on the head with a stale breadstick in the night. You were thrown in a sack. You were dragged around the countryside. And you learned your lesson. And you learned your lesson. And you never did it again.
So, do you think that Martha May actually snapped a photograph of her alleged abduction?
Yeah, it's all publicity stunt. You look like my son.
Oh, why thank you.
Nah, my son's ugly. You look like him, though.
So, how long have you been living in the trailer park?
My son threw me there. They were talking about sending me to this old age home where old people go to die. Like a compost bin. You Just send your own vegetables there and they rot. Anyway, my son couldn't take me, nephew-in-law couldn't take me. So they moved some money around, and now I've got my own spread in the place.
What do you think about Brenda May, her constant pregnancy?
Well, I'd be lying if I said that people in my day weren't pregnant all the time. Because they were. They just didn't show it. Because it was indecent. I don't want to talk anymore. Son! Son! My program's on! Damn kids. Never do nothing for an old lady. Stop looking at me!
And here's what our expert found.
At first, when I was asked to examine this photograph, there was no doubt in my mind that it was in fact the real McCoy. Yet, I remained skeptical because I did not believe in the existence of extraterrestrials. So, I hired a team of assistants to aid my investigation. And, after extensive research, we found the photograph to be no more than an inaccurately hand-drawn representation. Here are the reasons why. Number 1. Martha May has drawn herself into the picture several sizes too large to fit through the door that she's drawn, which would be impossible if she had been taking the picture like she claimed. How could she be in it? Mistake number 2. There appears to be nothing in the background, which in reality is false, because the trailer park where Martha May lives is actually so packed with trailers that you wouldn't be able to see this much sky at all. Number 3. This is not photo paper. This is printer paper. It's cheap printer paper. Number 4. When put under a microscope, my team found that they could actually see the individual pencil marks and the eraser lines that Martha May made when creating this image. Number 5. The brand name insignia seem to be substantial proof of its authenticity. Just on further inspection by my many colleagues, it has been revealed that it is not the correct brand name. It appears that Kodak has been spelled wrong. They've added an extra C, which is an error that was at first dismissed. But it is very important to a forgery expert like myself when identifying a forgery like this.
Well, it turns out that the symptoms Martha May was suffering was not caused by her abduction, but by the alcohol poisoning which she received care for at her hospital. So there you have it. Martha May is a proven hoaxer. Thanks for joining us on Unveiling the Truth, and next week join us for a special edition, Why Old People Love Air Conditioning.
Here are the reasons why.
Okay, then we can just, I was abducted by otherworldly entities.
Why don't you tell us what transpired? God, can we start again? Oh God, okay, I had it there, I had it. And it was...
Oh, there's something in my leg.
Okay, it's gonna be... Okay,
Sorry. What's that? There's like a lump in my leg.
Oh God.
I've not got leg cancer.
Okay. It's okay, it's good that you add to it, just for some reason. I know that chair is so, like... So why don't you tell us about the morning you found your mother?
Which time? No, I'm just saying your chain. On that particular oh, it's gonna be gay. Sorry.
That's okay. Why don't you just go from here?
Okay. No, I didn't try to ad-lib. I actually farted, so.
Oh.
Oh, is that gonna be on the thing?
Yeah.
Is Dylan gonna see that? Can we please delete that?
let's leave it for bloopers.
No!
Yes,
no!
yes.
No! I'm not gonna.
Okay, just start from here. Just start from here.
No!
Yes.
Please.
You look like my son.
Oh, why? Thank you.
Nah, my son's ugly. You look like him though. A bit like his wife too. And their kids. And their dog.
And their little what? And their little dog.
And their little dog too.
So there you have it. Martha May is a proven hoaxer. Thanks for joining us on Unveiling the Truth. Next week, join us for a special edition where we unveil the truth on old age homes and why they're so greatly loved by the residents. Next week, join us for a special edition why old age people and raccoons do not mix. And next week, join us for a special edition why old people love air conditioning. Sorry, I don't know what to say.
In my day.
Yeah. In my day, if you were abducted. In my day, if you were abducted, you were beaten over the head, you were shoved in a sack, you were gallivanted all over the countryside, and you were taught your lesson. And you learned your lesson. Sorry, that's really stupid.